Hey y'all, I'm Kate with Saltykatie, and I'm here to do a little bit of a late mid-year flip. It's a little more than halfway through the year. What I'm looking to do here is sort of reassess what's working, what's not working, and see if I need to make some tweaks or changes to my planner setup. I would encourage you to do that as well, because I think you can probably make it more useful if you go back at it partway through the year and see if there are some changes that need to be made. So this is my regular planner. This is my health planner. I have some different changes going on with this one, so I'm going to film a separate video with this because I've had something kind of useful happen and I thought I might share it separately. So today we'll just go through this planner. If you're new here, you don't know me, my name is Kate. I'm with Saltykatie. I make jelly covers and accessories for a living for a whole bunch of different types of planners and notebooks. You can find me on saltykatie.com and also over on Instagram. I'm there a lot more frequently than I am on YouTube. I'm at Saltykatie Co. So come see me over there. And if you have questions about jelly, I've just started releasing a Jelly 101 series that'll be available on Instagram, and I'm going to save it to my Instagram what do you call that, highlights, so it's always available. So if you're new to jelly, come see me on Instagram. There'll be, you know, a series of 5 or 6 videos to answer your questions regarding jelly. So okay, let's get into the flip. Hopefully I don't talk too much because, you know, I do that sometimes. So right now I've got this in a melon jelly cover with a rind page marker. It's summer watermelon jelly time right now. So once a year, just during the summer, I do a special release of the melon and rind jelly colors. And those have been super popular this year. I think it'll still be going on by the time this video goes up. So if you're desperate for some hot pink jelly, come see me. Well, so this is an A5 full year common planner vertical. These are all over my house, y'all. It's a jelly corner and they're everywhere, okay? Everywhere. Let's see here. So I have not set this up in the front of the book. I do not, ooh, didn't mean to show that part. Let me just skip past. I do use this for shop planning stuff, not this portion of it, but this part over here that I'm trying not to show, I do use. So let's start with the months. Why don't we? Show you what I can show you. So I must have not, I didn't plan any in December. So I use the monthly just for appointments and birthdays and putting on my YouTube videos and other things like that. And then I do use a color code you can see here. Must have took a sick day. So I use the monthly some, but I kind of keep it restricted to just those few things so they're not super busy. So here's a crazy looking month. That was June. We went on vacation and then we got stranded in Florida and I hate the airlines and next. So I'm filming this on Thursday, July the 10th, hoping it's ready to post on the 13th. So like I said, halfway through the year. I haven't really changed much in the monthly. That seems to be working pretty good for me. I just refer to it every time I set up a new week. So let's check out the weeks, because that's where I've ended up making a couple little changes and I'm kind of noticing some things about how I'm using my planner here. So here's the first week. It's pretty much full, but you see there's a lot of empty space here. So I think this is the first time that I put in my to-do list and did like an overflow area here. And I've got some more examples marked. And that seemed to be working pretty good, but it still leaves me with a fair amount of open space right here. And I'm trying to decide if I care about that or not. I mean, it is my planner. It can look how I want it to look. The issue is that I start work before the planner starts. It says a workout at, let's see, this says a 6 a.m. workout. It was a 5 a.m. workout or a 4:30 a.m. workout. So what happens is I end up with this empty space because I'm asleep this part of the day and then I'm up before the planner starts. So yeah. Like I said, I do use a color code. It helps me to understand how much time I'm spending doing what I'm doing. And then, so I do work and personal to-dos on this side. I used to keep my menu here, but I've since moved that to my health planner. And then my social media stuff comes in down here at the bottom. So pink is work, gray is personal, purple is Instagram. And as you can tell, I don't really do stickers, and you're starting to see here in January, this right side doesn't get much attention. Like by the time Thursday afternoon rolls around, I'm kind of done. Like there's nothing on. I'm also trying to decide if I care about that, because when I look back at it, I'm like, I don't know if I like how empty that looks. Maybe I should put some more effort into filling in those weekends like what we do. Because we, we may drag around town. We may go to another little town and do something somewhere close. We've been taking these little regional day trips. So, and then sometimes I have weeks like this where it's just empty on on both ends. And again, I'm trying to decide if I care anything about that. But I have enjoyed this planner quite a bit. I do plan on going with the Sterling ink for my main planner again next year. I am crossing my fingers that she has the N1 in a color I like with a vertical layout, because it's got to be vertical and it has to be a color I like. She just didn't have that combination this time, so I ended up with the vertical A5, but I really prefer the N1, the standard size. So here's another example of my work to-do list falling into this area right here, and that seems to be working okay. I think I'm okay with the way it looks, and I'm probably going to continue to try to remember to do that. The problem is that I forget. But I don't know. Do you have issues when you see, like, look at this, empty, 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 empty. When you see that empty space, does that bother y'all? I mean, do you put stickers on it? What do you do? Do you think to yourself, okay, I'm gonna try to fill it out more? So here's another example of my personal to-dos falling over into Monday's column. And I feel like I could do that even more if I didn't abandon my planner on Thursday afternoon. But in terms of organization, it's working. In terms of keeping up, here's another thing of to-dos. We must have had some kind of party or something. Yeah, Mother's Day. Yeah, it seems to be, it's working. It's working. I'm able to keep up with what I need to keep up with. It makes me feel more organized. But I wish they weren't this blank days on end. But then I don't know if I'm going to put in the effort. Like, why say I'm going to do it if I don't know if I'm going to do it or not? Now, we went on vacation here, so this is completely empty. And then the nightmare starts that lasted 3 days in the middle of the night driving in North Carolina. I've never been to North Carolina in my life, and here we are with a rent-a-car at midnight on the road. Anyway, drama. So this is, what week was this? That was a couple of weeks ago. Okay, and here's a week where I just basically did the to-do list and then left the rest of it for the most part. And here's a week where I didn't color code anything. I don't know what I was doing. Just didn't bother color coding anything. And then here is now this week. So is this week going to be empty down on this side as well? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I hate to say, oh, I'm going to try to do, keep up with it more and then fall off and not keep up with it. Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts on that. So I am still using my Instagram section down here at the bottom that I don't really care to show. I am also still using the YouTube section, which I also do not care to show. Let me take my page marker out. This is Scratch. I can't show that either. It's got a bunch of money numbers for my shop. This is the projects tab. I have done absolutely nothing with that. I will not repeat that next year, I don't think. Because I am planning projects. That's, every time a shop owner does a set of new releases, that's a project. It takes quite a bit of work, a lot of marketing, a lot of planning, a lot of scheduling, a lot of uploading and blah, blah. But I just have not used that. And I will not use all these pages in the back, but I will not order a half year. I need all those papers. I don't know why I won't use them, but it's like something, I don't know, I need to feel like there's plenty of space. I am using my jelly tab. That's where I keep track of all my jelly orders I've placed across the year. And I have not really been using my 2026 tab so much as I used my 2025 tab last year. But I'm one of those nuts that goes to the doctor in 2024 and they say, come back in a year. And I'm like, yeah, let's schedule that right now. And then so I put that in my next year's tab. I just do that. So there's that. And I am still using my reference tab a good bit. That holds information that I need to refer to again and again and again over the course of the year, but maybe not every day. It's something I can't, remember. So there's like measurements in there. There's, what do they call it? Hex codes for my branding colors, the hours of our local post office, because for whatever reason, I cannot keep that information in my brain. Yeah, that kind of thing is in the reference section, and that has been working really well. So, okay, I hope that wasn't too chatty. But overall, I think it's working, but when I flip back, I end up like kind of judging myself over it. I'm like, you couldn't use that planner a little more last week? Do y'all do that? Y'all let me know. And let me know if the planner setup you chose at the first of the year is still working. Have you totally revamped it? Have you just switched books altogether? Do you do a mid-year flip and sort of make tweaks and changes to your layout or setup? Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments below. And if you're interested on a little bit more deep dive on this health planner setup, which has been, I sort of had a breakthrough with it recently, and it has become now more useful because of that breakthrough, and I've been able to keep up with it better because of that breakthrough. It's very simple. It's not going to be a huge revelation or anything, but it might be useful to you. So come check me out here on YouTube next week if you're interested in that health planner update as well. So for the 6 of y'all that watched this video, I don't know, we hit 7,000 subscribers, so there might be as many as 7 or 8 people that are watching today. Thank y'all for coming to see me on YouTube, and I hope you come back again next week. And if you have need of some jelly, which of course you do, come see me on saltykatie.com. All right, bye y'all.